Nick is originally from India, but he really got his spiritual education here in the United States at the knee of a mutual friend of ours by the name of Lillian Tyler. Lillian, I first met Lillian back in Los Angeles at Self-Realization Fellowship in, it's about 1970s, mid-70s sometime. And she disappeared from there, but it wasn't until I came to Song of the Morning Ranch in 1993 that Nick started bringing Mother Lillian up to the ranch. And at that time, he didn't tell me that she was a full-blown saint. Thanks a lot, Nick. But as it turns out, she was. And she brought, in the process of taking Nick under her wing, she, through Yogananda, through her, brought him to a high state of realization. And Master Yogananda has downloaded a lot of information to Nick, from which he has constructed something like 50 or 60 workshops from this information. And we'd like to introduce Nick at the moment and ask him a little bit about his relationship with Mother Lillian.
Starting with, why are you here today, and how did you come from there to here?
I only answer questions.
The question is?
The question is, how did you come to this state of realization at the hands of our beloved Mother Lillian? How did you get to where you are spiritually through the help of Mother Lillian and Mother Mira?
Most people traditionally go to a temple or a church, or they are practicing their spiritual practices, or the rituals, and which is okay. But what she introduced me to a much faster path through personal relationship, and what I'm here to give my testimony is that if you meet some advanced people in your life, then they can really speed up your evolution, and you will see a lot more transformation in a much shorter time.
Do you consider her, what do you consider your relationship to Mother Lillian? Would you describe your relationship with her?
She was like my spiritual mentor, and she was my spiritual preceptor. And preceptor is somebody who fills in when your spiritual master is not in the physical body. So all the transformation takes through the power of Holy Spirit that flows through a preceptor to help you move along in the best direction.
So it was through Yogananda, through Mother Lillian, that Yogananda was able to bring you to a higher state of realization than you were prior. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, and ever since that, I've been asked to do this work, help out a whole lot of other people, and I've seen the same thing happening, Christ flowing through, or different masters flowing through, and irrespective of who or whichever master they believe in, as long as their faith is real, the transformation starts to happen. And I've seen a lot of cases where people made a lot of fast progress in a much short time.
So you're saying the preceptor is kind of the pipeline through which any particular master can flow to aid the disciple. Is that what you're saying in general?
That's correct. That's correct.
And when did you discover that she was such a person?
Because after meeting her, it started with simple question answers. It was not about discussing scriptures or anything like this. Simple question answers, and I noticed there was something very different about her. And I really did not believe in this concept of a spiritual master, or even I had questions about supernatural phenomena and miracles, and all I said to her was that I needed proof. And she gave me many proofs, so without any shadow of doubt, because I am an engineer and I have a background in validation, statistically that is, that she really totally convinced me that this is not just a simple guesswork.
So you really didn't believe in the whole process until she beat you over the head with it and showed you, right?
Yes, the idea was I was looking for results, and I give you results means what? I had back problem for many years, that disappeared. My ulcer disappeared, but blood pressure disappeared, stress disappeared. Then I've seen like hundreds and hundreds of many supernatural phenomena that only somebody who is divinely connected can really claim those things.
I understand you have a whole shelf full of Franklin planners with different events that she precipitated, and the proof is written down.
Yeah, she had asked me to keep track of this in my journals, and you're right. I used to keep notes of these exceptional incidences, what you normally people call miracles or supernatural. And I have kept tracks of that, and it's going to be published in form of a book very soon.
So what will that book be called?
Angel Maker.
Angel Maker. And when do you expect it to be published?
I would say within a period of about 6 months.
Are you going to put it self-published on the web, or how exactly do you plan to
We're
do
pursuing the path of self-publishing or e-book, and we also have a website working on being in development.
that? And that'll be out when? When will it be out?
About 6 to 9 months.
6 to 9 months.
We can talk about that when we come back.
So, what else would you like to tell us about Mother Lillian, and exactly how does how is that connected with what you're doing with your organization that you're trying to put together? Spirituality for Results, I think you want to call it.
We'll talk about that when we come back.
Okay, we will talk about it more when we come back. So that will be the tape number 2. Right?
Yeah. So I don't know how to stop that.
Yeah, these are, we won't be able to use these.
Yeah, but we can take, that was a good dialogue.
But we have a facility to like edit out and cut out and
Yeah,
make a whole.
I don't think we'll be able to use these specific ones.
Which is okay, just playing with it.
Yeah, you know what I'm thinking? That next time we should have you two apart by about 3 feet. That way you don't have to move your head so much when
I see.
Because I don't. My opinion is you don't really have to look at them.